Year 9 Mathematics. This is lesson 3. We will continue with strand 4 measurement and substrand money. The learning outcome for this particular lesson is to recognize and work out rate, ratios, proportions and percentages. In our first slide, we will discuss about rate. Rates are ratios that compares quantities with different units in which the denominator is 1. Example 1. A bus travels 34 kilometers in 30 minutes. What is its average rate of speed in kilometers per hour? The speed has to be in kilometers per hour. Now first of all, we need to write down the formula for the speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. According to our question, the distance given is 34 kilometers divided by 30 minutes. In our next step, we have to keep in mind the distance will be in kilometers and time will be in hours. So 34 kilometers divided by 0.5 hours. 30 minutes is equivalent to 0.5 hours, which gives us 68 kilometers per hour. Moving on to example 2. McGrath is a good cricketer. He took 5 wickets for 90 runs in a test match. What is his bowling rate? Bowling rate is equal to the number of runs divided by the number of wickets, and that is equal to 90 runs divided by 5 wickets. So the bowling rate is 18 runs per wicket. We will move on to ratio. A ratio is a relationship between two numbers or quantities expressed as a fraction. Ratios can also be written with colons or as decimals. For example, 22/7 can be written as 22:7 or 3.14. Ratios compare quantities that are measured in the same units. Now let's move on to the examples. Number 1, write 8 centimeter to 6 centimeter as a ratio in its simplest form. Okay, we have to remember that ratios can be written as colons, and most importantly, when we want to write down two quantities as a ratio, it has to be in the same unit. So in the question it says 8 centimeter to 6 centimeter. So the units are same, therefore we write it down as a ratio 8 centimeter to 6 centimeters. And then we have to simplify because it has to be given in its simplest form. Now to simplify 8 centimeter to 6 centimeter, we have to first write it down as 8:6, because when writing ratios we will ignore the units. Now simplifying 8:6, We can do that by writing it as a fraction. So 8 over 6, when we simplify in our calculator, it gives us 4 over 3, which as a ratio will be written as 4:3. Moving to example 2, simplify the ratio 24:18. The ratio is already given. So 24:18, to simplify that, we can always write that as a fraction in our calculator, 24 fraction 18, and when we press the equal sign, we will get 4 over 3. So 4 over 3 as a fraction, 4 over 3 as a ratio, we can write it down as 4:3. Example 3, find x in the ratio 3:2 is equal to 9:x. Now, in order to solve for any variable using the ratio, we need to write those ratio as fractions. So 3:2 as a fraction will be 3 upon 2, and that will be equal to 9 upon x. Now we need to solve for x, and x is in the denominator. Any variable that we want to solve for must always be in the numerator. So what we can do in this case, we can cross multiply the denominators. So 2 will be multiplied to 9 on the other side, and 3 will be multiplied to x. So we get 3x is equal to 18. Now to find the value of x, we have to remove 3, and that can be done by dividing by 3 on the other side. So dividing 3x by 3, we get x, and we need to divide 18 by 3 as well. So x is equal to 6. Next, we'll be moving on to changing size with ratios. Example 1. Increase $12 in the ratio 4:3. So we have to increase $12 in the ratio 4:3, which means we can answer this question using fractions. 4:3 can be written as 4 upon 3. Now $12 will be increased. That means the answer that we will get, let's say x. The x value will correspond to 4, and the $12 will correspond to 3. Because looking at the ratio 4:3, the bigger number here is 4. So the bigger value will correspond to 4, and the smaller value, which is 12, will correspond to the smaller number in the ratio, that is 3. Now looking at the denominator, from 3, how did we get 12? We have to multiply 3 by 4 in order to get 12. So whatever we do in the denominator, we do the same thing in the numerator. If we multiply by 4 in the denominator, we will do the same thing in the numerator. So 4 times 4 will give us x. So x is equal to 16. Now moving on to example 2, decrease $21 in the ratio 1:3. For this particular example, we have $21 and the decreased amount will be less than 21. So let's write it down as a fraction. 1:3 will be written as 1/3, and that is equal to, now we have to decide where to place x. Should it correspond to the numerator or to the denominator? So the answer will be an amount smaller than 21. So it's smaller, that will be corresponding to 1, and 21 will correspond to 3. So 3 times 7 will give us 21. If we are multiplying by 7 in the denominator, we do the same thing in the numerator, times 7. So x is equal to 1 times 7, and 1 times 7 is equal to 7. Dividing in a ratio. Our next subtopic is dividing in a ratio. That means how would we divide or share something in a given ratio. To divide a number in a ratio, write the fraction as a ratio and then simplify. Example 1. Divide $420 in the ratio 4:3. So first of all, if we want to write it down as a fraction, we have to know how many shares are there altogether. That $420 is supposed to be divided in the ratio 4:3. So step number 1, total number of shares. So the total number of shares is 4 shares plus 3 shares, and that is equal to 7. Altogether we have 7 shares. Now, second step, the first share is equal to 4 shares out of a total of 7, and then multiplied by $420. So that gives us $240. Second share is 3 out of 7. So the second share is 3/7 multiplied by 420, and that gives us $180. Now the final answer will be written as a ratio. So the ratio was 4:3. So the final answer is $240 is to $180. This slide has 5 questions for you to answer in your books. You may refer to the previous slides where we have discussed the examples to answer these questions. Thank you.